Hello, my name is Elisa Galindo Ruiz, and I did my internship at Comunidad y Familia A.C. in Chihuahua, Chihuahua. How did I find this internship? Well, I first did a Google search on nonprofit organizations that had intervention programs. And then I started uh, making phone calls in visiting and dropping off my resume. Finally, I found this organization and I was interested in their program. So I called them and they told me to email my resume to them, and then they got back to me and we had a Zoom interview, and they agreed to let me do my internships at their organization. What were your responsibilities in the internship? Well, basically, I did everything they needed me to do, helping the staff in making packages. I was in two areas of this organization. This is an urban intervention program that has three different areas in the city. These are vulnerable neighborhoods, and so I was in two of them in the larger areas. So I did different things in the different areas. In the first area, I was a helper. Like I helped them make packages. I accompany them to the interviews they do to families, to their interventions. In the second area where I served, I was in charge of updating the organization's database. So I had to upload all the information, the current information of the families that they work, and also I had the opportunity to um, develop some lessons for these families on 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 topics that they don't have, that they complement their manuals. So I create lessons on budgeting, communication, self-esteem, and I also taught those lessons to the staff so they can teach them to the persons that visit the families directly. How did you benefit the site you served at? Uh, I think having an outside observer is beneficial because as an external observer, I could identify opportunity areas within the organization and within the program. I wrote a report on these opportunity areas. For example, they they need to implement more practical lessons in communication. They their manuals don't have references. Um, at the organizational level, they need to train their staff in basic office programs and stuff like that. I also, with these lessons that I created, I made up a manual, or yeah, a program of around 8 lessons, so they can use it an extra, or if they need some other or reinforce what they are teaching. So I created this manual for them. I also look for opportunities to serve them, to be helpful, to learn everything I could from them, and also to connect with the staff ladies. In this organization, there are almost all there all are women. So it was a great opportunity for me to get to know them and learn from their experiences. Okay, how did you benefit personally from the experience? Well, one of my greatest gains or benefits was to make new friendships and connections. These ladies are amazing. They have an incredible life stories. They are warriors, they are fighters, and I learn from them. And I think I gain their friendship, and that is very valuable for me. Also, professionally, I learn how a work environment is. I've been a stay-at-home mom for most of my life, and this experience was a little scary because I have never worked. I worked, but not in an office setting. So I learned how to get along with others, how different leaderships are. I had two areas, two staffs to work with, and so each of them had their different leadership styles, and I learned from both of them. So it was a great experience professionally, and also because I could see and I could experience and go with families in those areas, and they are really, they have different challenges in each area, and so I could see firsthand how this program is implemented in those areas and how they help these families. And this was a really growing experience. I developed empathy for these families. Some families are living really difficult circumstances, and this organization, besides teaching them life skills or communication skills to improve their family dynamics, they also channel them if they need psychological therapy, if they need any other help, like they live in poverty. So sometimes they have resources from the government to help them, like I don't know, construction materials, and also they have entrepreneurship program. So it was great to see how many resources are available for these families to improve their quality life and their status. Describe one important connection between your coursework and what you experienced during your internship. Well, I realized that especially in Mexican culture, communication patterns and authoritarian parenting styles are the rule. And this makes for a pattern that is repetitive through generations and are and impacts negatively family dynamics. And this just is passed on generation after generation. And I think this program and what I've learned can help families to improve these patterns. I also realize that there is much physical abuse within the families that is seen as normal, and this makes for difficult for families, for children, and put them at risk. So I think what I have to contribute is huge, because if you can change and teach the family different values and they can internalize these new values, that makes the whole difference for the family. Uh, I will recommend this internship to anyone. It was a really valuable experience for me, and I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to to do my internship at this organization. So if you want an internship in this organization, you send an email to Ariana Barajas at dirección arroba at comunidadyfamilia.org.mx. Um, Thank you for watching.